Hi there, guys. Welcome back to another Off Course Topics video. Today, I have Anthony with me. Today, we're going to be talking about Wonder Man. I know.
Hi.
What'd you say?
Um,
um, I know. We're a little late. It's been out for what, like 2 weeks now? I think,
um,
like
I
almost
think so.
something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, we're a
yeah.
little
Since
late,
it
but
all came out one day.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But it's.
which I need shows to start doing that again, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it honestly it was really nice. It was really nice because I was really hooked on it, but we'll get into that later. Um,
Yeah,
so I don't know if anybody else wants a kind of refresher, but for those who do, if you're like me, I knew about Wonder Man, but I didn't know Wonder Man. Like I didn't know anything about the character, didn't know what the character's like kind of like abilities were and all that stuff.
you
So
knew of him,
I knew of him, but I didn't know like I wasn't like, oh
anything about him?
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When this show was announced, I was like, I could care less. um,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of read off some of the stuff that I found interesting on him, and we'll kind of get into some kind of facts, and then we'll go into it. But so Wonder Man was created in 1964 by Stanley, Don Heck, and Jack Kirby. And for those who didn't know, Wonder Man actually didn't start as a hero. He was created by a villain group to infiltrate the Avengers before eventually joining them and turning into a good guy. Wonder Man's brain patterns were used to help create vision in the comics, which I didn't know, and I thought that was really interesting. Um, they're kind of linked in that way, which I think is kind of funny as well because in some issues he actually does have feelings for Scarlet Witch in certain comic runs.
No.
His body is made of ionic energy, which is he basically just becomes like a living power source, which the show does actually adapt. Later in the comics, Wonder Man actually refuses to fight and becomes like a pacifist, which I thought was really weird.
Wow, that
Um,
is weird. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like when characters do that.
yeah, it's a little strange considering that he also was a villain,
Yeah.
but um,
Yeah.
he tries to solve problems
Oh,
without
that's
violence. And then his most popular, well known run, which is what I did know him from, and I know you knew him from, was the West Coast Avengers storyline. And then he also doesn't become an actor until like later on in his run, like literally like 20 years later, in the 80s, he ends up becoming a stuntman, which is kind of where the show kind of adapts the storyline. Not like a stuntman thing, but he's an actor. That's where they kind of bring that storyline. So yeah. So with those like little facts out of the way, um, we'll get into it. So first of all, Anthony, what did you think of Wonder Man, like as a whole?
as a whole, it was good. I liked it. I would say top three Marvel shows for sure.
Interesting. Okay.
Like I'm talking about Disney, like Disney Marvel shows.
Okay. Okay. So you're not
Like
counting Netflix.
not counting the Netflix shows. If I was counting the Netflix, Loki, it might be still like top five. Not gonna lie, because
Okay.
like I mean, I only really saw Daredevil as a whole, the Defenders,
Uh huh.
and the one season of Jessica Jones. So
Okay.
like I guess it would still be like my top five because I didn't really watch any like that many. But
Fair.
yeah, like honestly, it kind of gave me like a PG Entourage vibe, and like Entourage is one of my favorite shows. So like I think that kind of hooked on me. Just it could I don't know if it's because he's like a struggling actor,
Right.
and that's what was giving me like Entourage because like even though it's like completely opposite, but yeah, I like the like that environment of like Hollywood.
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny, yeah, because that's one thing, and I talked about it with you, like beforehand we were watching the show, and because you were on the fence about watching the show too. You didn't want to, you weren't
Yeah,
necessarily like,
because like I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't even know who Wonder Man was
right,
until they announced it, and like the YouTube video that like told me about the announcement of the show, they said that he's from the West Coast Avengers.
uh-huh.
So like I was just like, like why do I care? And then
Yeah, exactly, yeah,
also like when they said it was gonna be like about an actor, I was like, well, like how is that gonna tie into the Avengers? Like that doesn't make sense, you know? But yeah, like I was just like, also I was tired of Marvel stuff like being bad, so I was like, why am I gonna waste my time on a
Mm-hmm.
show that sounds like it's gonna be bad? You know, like
Right.
I could just
No,
watch
that
something else.
yeah, that's fair. I, I,
Mhm.
I immediately was like hooked after the first episode. The first episode, um,
No, the first episode was really good.
really good, really
Um,
good,
yeah,
and it was amazing. I was like, oh my god, this is like super good. But back to your like entourage point though. But like that's the thing though, right? And that's something I told you was like, it doesn't feel like a Marvel show. It just feels like a
yeah, no,
show,
it doesn't.
and
Yeah, and
like
then like they don't try to connect it that much. Like they only
yeah,
reference things, which
yeah.
I like.
I mean, yeah. Realistically, the only big reference, or not big reference, the big like connection is Trevor Slattery. That's like the literally
Yeah,
the only big connection,
well,
from the
and
overarching like
damage
MCU
control.
and damage control. Right, correct.
Yeah,
Um,
only two things.
but other than that, like aside from those, I was like, oh my god, like this just doesn't. It feels so dip, but like in a good way. It felt like like in a this isn't Marvel, but like in a good way.
Oh
um
yeah,
and
no.
it was just, it was really refreshing for me, and I was like, dude, this is like so good. And there's mind you, there's like no action, like literally no action in the
No,
entire
at
show.
all, dude. I think only like I mean, episode four,
Like there's like a
five.
bar fight or something,
Yeah,
yeah, but like that's literally
yeah,
it, yeah.
yeah. No, there's one episode, the camera one, literally filler episode, but like, yeah, it's
Oh,
still
the
like
the, the Josh Gad
pushes the
one.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah. That
Josh Gad
no,
one was
is it
really good
no,
though.
not that one.
Oh, oh,
The
oh,
dash cam
oh,
one
when they're
or
trying to,
whatever.
yes, yes,
The GoPro, the one
yes,
that's literally 20 minutes long. It's a 20-minute episode.
yeah.
And I was like, why is it even an episode? But like that one was good. I think that one was pretty good.
And that's
Even
something
though it was literally filler.
that's
Yeah, it
something
was fun.
I found like also like kind of sad about too. Like they were only 30 minutes max.
Yeah.
They were not long at all. And honestly, that kind of sucked because it was really good, really
It
good.
sucked, but like I kinda liked it. Like
It was
I
more
think
traditional TV.
because yeah, because I'm the last couple shows I've watched, all every episode is like 50 minutes and up
Yeah, yeah,
longer. Like
that is the
literally
common now.
strange don't get me started on Stranger Things. Those things were like an hour and a
Yeah,
half long
yeah,
episode. But like the show I watched after that, it was 50-minute episodes every episode. So like I don't know. I liked it. It was like a little break for me, you know?
yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. And but it was just, it was so good. And honestly, I think that actors did a phenomenal job. I'm not even gonna attempt to say his name because I feel really bad. Like I don't actually know how to pronounce it. I think it's Yaya. I don't know if it's actually Yaya or if it's like
Who you're
another
talking
way to
about?
pronounce it.
I'm
But
not gonna lie, I don't know
Wonder
any of the
Man.
character. Let me look it up. I
Yeah,
might say it wrong. I'm
let,
like the worst reader, but
it's the Wonder Man actor, the guy who actually played who was in Ant Man,
I'm
not Ant
not.
Man. I
Oh,
want to
he
say
was
Ant Man,
in
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah, he was black. He was
Oh
Black
yeah,
Manta.
Yaya
Yeah, and I can't even pronounce his last name, so I'm like not even gonna
Abdul
try.
Matin the
Something.
second.
Yeah,
I must
I don't
say
know.
that like that.
Yeah, it's
Hey, I liked him as a Black Manta. Not gonna
he
lie.
was
I mean,
good. Yeah,
I know in Aquaman they call him Manta, but like it's
yeah,
the same character.
yeah.
No, I liked him.
I don't know if you actually caught this though, but I think it's kind of funny. You have two DC uh, actors.
Actors.
Yeah,
Yep, yep.
is what's his name? The director. I forgot the actual director's
Yeah,
like
he
name.
came out in
Yeah,
Superman.
he's Gorkos. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I don't. Let me see. The director's name is
Von
like Vaughn
Kovac. It's like
something.
Von
Yeah,
Kovac,
Vaughn
right?
Kovac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
The actor's name is I had another one.
it's like a
Zlatko
yeah.
Zurich.
It's something like, yeah. I think it's
Yeah,
yeah. But that's funny. Like they were. I was like, oh, you have two DC actors and a Marvel
yeah.
show, and
No,
it's really funny. The show itself is so good, and like you said, like it's like mainly about him just struggling with acting. There's a couple of like
yeah,
nods to his powers here and there, and I think
yeah. No,
realistically you only get like what, like 2 episodes where he uses his powers, maybe 3.
I think it's like I think two that he uses them like himself, and then like two other ones where he uses it on accident.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Um,
no, I was trying to explain to my girlfriend to like try to watch it because I was like, yo, like it kind of hints that like he has powers, but they don't show it.
yeah.
But then in like the next episode, they're like, oh yeah, he has superpowers.
Yeah. It's really like it's kind of funny too because again, like Wonder Man doesn't connect to any MC, like there's no actual like connections in terms of where Wonder Man's gonna be in the next like movies or anything like that going forward. He's literally just
Yeah.
there. I mean,
There is no. Are we gonna spoil the show?
yeah, it's been out for 2 weeks now, so I feel like we can. Yeah, yeah,
There's no he will return in the end credit scenes.
yeah.
That's all I was gonna say.
And there's not even any really end credit scenes, which I was a little surprised by that. But the like, it's so good, man. And Ben Kingsley as Trevor Slattery, like I honestly I hated what they did to the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, and I think almost everybody did.
Yeah.
But like, dude, like he redeemed himself here for me. Ben Kingsley as Trevor Slattery, I honestly, in my opinion, I think was the best part of the show. Was Ben Kingsley for sure.
Oh yeah.
And I like that he came back as the Mandarin too. Like they had him.
Yeah,
2 episodes where he was the Mandarin, and it was like I was like, dude, that's like super cool to kind of go
you
back.
You didn't like him in
I well,
even though he was just comic relief.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I was still kind of more annoyed at the fact that it was like I was like cause I just didn't like how it was like the Mandarin character, but then like Marvel was kind of like, okay, like we kind of messed up on
Let's
that
fix
one.
it.
Yeah, he's not the Mandarin.
Yeah,
you know? Like that was the part I was kind of like, okay, but like you like, so I was like, I don't know, but so I was kind of like still whatever with him for Shang-Chi, but after seeing this, I was like, dude, this is really good. And honestly, you kind of feel the struggle on it too, because in the show, like one of the premises of it is damage control is keeping an eye on Simon, which is, they kind of never really say why. They literally just kind of say that he's like a really powerful threat, which he is. In the comic, he rivals Hulk's powers sometimes. Like World Breaker Hulk was the only one that could defeat him in one of the comics. I know that.
That's crazy.
So he's like really powerful.
Yeah, speaking about that, in my head, because like I felt like the reason was like just to put him in the jail, because like the whole thing is that they're investigating people because they have to fire people because their jail facility is empty. So in my head, I was like, are they just gonna, like, as soon as Simon uses his power, like put him in jail just because he has superpowers? That's what I was getting from the whole thing.
That was kind
which
of
is messed up, because it's like, bro, he's not really doing anything wrong.
Yeah, like, and it was like more of like he has like powerful super, like he can't be like trusted, which is like the show did kind of prove throughout, like, yeah, he can't control his powers. But
which I didn't like the last episode, because it's like, oh, all of a sudden he's using it like pretty well.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I think time had passed at that point, right? Like, if I remember correctly.
That's true.
So
yeah,
he might have been.
It was like 5 months later,
something like that. Yeah,
maybe longer, because like between the last like episodes, like they're barely about to start filming the Wonder Man movie, and then at the end it shows like the premiere of the Wonder Man movie. So it's like, I mean, it's however long a movie takes, which
takes a couple months sometimes.
Could be a long time.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of the whole premise of the show, and then where Trevor Slattery comes in is like he is like makes a deal with Damage Control, that if he doesn't help them get Simon Williams, that he goes back to jail. And it's like at first you're kind of like, okay, like whatever, like same thing with like Trevor Slattery. He's like, okay, like like I'll do it, whatever. But then he starts getting closer with Simon, and you're kind of like, oh, dude, like I actually like this is like it's a good duo. Like they're actually like really good chemistry.
Yeah, it is.
And then like he ends up becoming his friend in the end, and he tries to save him, and he does save him by like, so basically Trevor comes clean. I think it was like episode. Was it the last episode, or is it episode 7? I think it was the last episode, right? Clean? Like when he
on like him spying on Simon.
Yeah.
No, I think that's like the second to last episode.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's episode 5 where he does
something like that. Yeah.
Which honestly, like, bro, like he could have avoided it. He could have just answered the lady's question, but like, yeah, I made a deal, but it's confidential. I can't tell you what it's about.
Yeah.
And then like.
Yeah, but I think then Simon would have asked. I think probably because they were such good friends.
But like, yo, why haven't you told me?
Yeah. But like, so he ends up finding out, and he gets mad, destroys the Wonder Man set, and then Trevor later on was like, I'm really sorry, like everything I did. Like I'm gonna make sure they get you or they get me instead of you. And he like becomes the Mandarin again, and like says that he bombed the set.
Yeah.
And like honestly, that I thought that was really good. As like kind of cliche as it kind of was a little bit, I was kind of like, dude, that's actually like
No, I was gonna
really good.
say like the show's like pretty predictable. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, it
Like,
is, it is.
but yeah, no, like you start to care for Trevor,
Yeah,
and like Loki, I was like, dude, nah, like I don't want any of them to go to jail. Like
no,
I want
for
them to
yeah,
both
yeah.
like be in the movie, bro.
I was
The the actor that replaces him in the movie is hilarious, bro. Like such a funny nod to like what the third episode.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because he's like blames him for his like thing. Yeah, it was
yeah. And then he actually takes his role.
it. The whole thing
It's
was like
funny.
was really good. Like, and there's like it's good comedy, but like it's not overly funny. It's not overly serious. It's really good runtime. And then honestly, the like the Josh Gad episode,
That one was good. I
I
didn't.
really enjoyed
Hey,
that one.
because it started as black and white. Did it change the color? Like I really don't remember.
It
Or did it stay in black and
no,
white
I'm
throughout the whole episode?
pretty sure it did change the color. Yeah, if I remember
Okay,
correctly,
yeah. Because
it
I
did
was
change the
like,
color.
at first it bothered me, but then like I got used to it. I was like,
But I thought that was like I didn't think it was gonna be a whole episode because I didn't look at the like I just kind of went into him right so
yeah,
and then like when I see Josh Gad I was like, oh, that's kind of fun, that's a funny like cameo, but like no,
yeah,
he's in the like show, like he's in the entire episode.
yeah. He's
um
like the main character, or like at least co-character in
yeah,
that
for that
episode.
episode, yeah, and it was really funny, and they make fun of Olaf. He sings
Yeah, they do.
the winter song, and then I thought that was really funny. And Doorman, he's like like I didn't even know who that was until I looked up like the character. But I guess like he's like literally like a D, maybe you can even call him probably an F tier hero. Um, like that's literally it. He just moves. He's able to like move objects through him. But they made him such an entertaining character in that episode.
Yeah,
It was like
no,
really cool to
I
see
kind of
that
felt
thing.
bad for him, bro. I
Yeah,
was like, damn.
dude. It's insane. That whole thing happened. It was really cool. And the fact that Josh Gad was there. They actually mentioned. So that's one thing I also kind of hate. I like I'm unsure about is they actually mentioned a lot of like real life actors in that show. Um,
They
and
do, yeah.
there's a
They
lot.
do a lot of movie references too,
Yeah, a
dude. Like
lot, like a lot.
crazy.
Like Dustin Hoffman. They literally show like an actual movie with Dustin Hoffman in it. Um, and I think they even say Dustin Hoffman's name. They say Leonardo DiCaprio's name, Glenn
They do.
Powell, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, which is kind of sucks too because I did want some of those actors to be in the like
I mean, they could,
the
bro.
MCU. Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? Because I was like, well, like, how are they gonna navigate that? Because you just made them canon to like like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like them themselves. But
Yeah.
I guess I had read that the Josh Gad thing that he had approached, or Kevin, I don't know if he approached Kevin Feige or Kevin Feige approached him or whatever to be in the show. But he said that he would do the show on the caveat that if he played himself, that he could still be like a Marvel character later if that happened.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm assuming they might just do that later on as well. They're just gonna be like, okay, like it was a funny joke, but like, if you still want to be a character, you still be a character. So I'm not sure, but like,
Did you see that someone was like, "Yo, he'll be a great Mojo"?
really,
Yeah,
I,
and like
I could see
it
that.
was more like a meme because it was like a Twitter post, and then someone responded saying like, "Imagine being like a professional actor and then seeing this like character that
Yeah,
someone wanted to be that character."
yeah, that is kind of true, but I mean, I think he kind of would be good as Mojo.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I think like his personality like would be great for Mojo,
yeah,
and then especially like since he already like kind of got like disappeared out of nowhere from Dorman, like that could be
yeah,
like part of his origin if they really want to. But
yeah, they could,
yeah, I mean that's a X-Men character, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Or
what's gonna happen
X-Men
with that.
villain, kind of villain.
Yeah, a little bit.
I only know him from the animated series.
But I mean, there's everything about the show is really good. And honestly, I've been seeing that as well. Like everybody's enjoying the show. To me, it's one of my top. I mean, I told you this is. I think that it's my second favorite MCU show. With Loki still being at the top for me, but this
Yeah.
is right behind it. I really really
Just
enjoyed this show.
yeah, just because I haven't seen Loki in so long, like this one is better than Loki. But like I'm sure if I rewatch Loki and then like rewatch Wonder Man, I'm probably gonna like.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair. Honestly, I was really close to like being like I don't know if it's Loki or if it's Wonder Man. I still think it is Loki kind of. I don't know if that has to do with just because of the stakes of what Loki is and all that stuff, but like I really like the show a lot, and I was kind of sad. I do hope that either they make another season or if they get like I don't know what's gonna happen with him.
I would be okay with like a season or like how Punisher is getting like a special presentation.
I'd be cool with that
Like
as well. Yeah,
yeah,
because honestly, like just everything about that, I enjoyed that show from top to bottom. I mean that's not a perfect show, right? I think there's obviously some like couple things. The runtime was a little, in my opinion, could have been a little longer. There was a couple other things where I was kind of like, there was some points at the end, like near the end, last two episodes, where I was kind of like, okay, it's kind of dragging a little bit, but I'd say overall solid. I'd give it an 8 overall, 8 out of 10.
um, yeah, I'll probably give it like a 9,
Damn. Okay, that's pretty. Yeah.
like 9 out
Honestly,
of 10. Yeah.
yeah. But overall, in itself, I cannot say like anything better about Wonder Man because the Wonder Man was just so good, and honestly I feel like we're like kind of stupid for like being like I don't care about this show, but
Oh yeah,
uh,
no, I mean honestly, there's so many shows and movies I did that with. So like, the suit. How you like the suit?
I like the suit. The suit was dope.
Yeah.
I think it looked
Um,
really good.
kind of surprised he didn't use the suit when he broke Trevor out of jail. I thought he was for some reason because that's how like every like superhero thing
Yeah,
is
but I
like they
think
use the suit at the very last moment, which
I
it makes sense. He was trying to keep undercover,
and he's
but
also yeah because he was in the yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you
yeah,
guys
very fun.
in the next video.